Hey, Mama, and welcome to Baddie Mommy, the podcast for moms who are committed to not letting motherhood steal their spark. I'm your host, Christina Lammy, here to remind you that you are still that girl. Today, we're putting an end to something that has been silently draining you: FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out cannot exist after you have children, or else you will stress yourself out and drain yourself quicker than you need to. So let's talk about boundaries and saying no to things that don't serve you or things that will make you more stressed in the future. We are diving into why you keep saying yes when your soul is screaming no. Why someone invites you to something and you immediately say yes, and that people pleaser within you comes out, but inside you're like, I really don't want to do that. That moment where you're like, did I just say yes to that? Do I find a babysitter? I don't really want to find a babysitter. Do I bring the kids? I'm going to be sweating the whole time, chasing my toddler around. We are going to talk about stepping into the version of motherhood that protects your peace, purpose, and power. As a mom, your time and your capacity are real and they are precious. You are managing so much. So if something doesn't serve you, if something drains you, if something feels heavy, you don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing what is best for your energy, your time, or your mental health. Saying no, thank you is sacred in motherhood. It protects your peace. It gives you the time you need to focus on yourself and your family. So the next time you feel pressured to attend something or do something that is coming from a people-pleasing place within you, remember the sacred no. The sacred no is what protects your peace and is always an option. Now, I get that sometimes it is a difficult decision because you want to say yes. It's something you would have loved to do. And so you're weighing whether or not it would be worth the stress to attend a certain event. And I will never tell you what is right for you because we all have different thresholds. But I know for me that when I've said yes out of guilt or obligation or feeling like FOMO, I usually regret it, especially after having young children, because it usually means that I'm spending my entire time at that event chasing after a toddler, holding a baby, sweating, not having an adult conversation with anyone, and getting home just feeling like I'm not sure that was worth my time. And setting boundaries isn't just about events, right? It could mean leaving a group text that gives you anxiety, not answering a phone call that you know will be draining for you. It could be blocking social media accounts that trigger your emotions. Do a personal check-in and see what is draining you and then start reclaiming your from there. The truth that we all need to understand as mothers is that motherhood decreases the time and energy that we have to give to the outside world. The amount that we can give shrinks. So if you keep trying to please every friend, every extended family member, every request, you will burn out, right? And you won't have as much to give back to your children, to your marriage, to the things that keep your own household afloat. Your energy is already being pulled in multiple directions within your house. You don't need that extra stress from outside your household. Saying yes when it's not aligned with things that will help fill your cup could be a no to your peace, right? When you say yes to those things that you know might be stressful, that you know you'll come back from feeling burnt out, that is saying no to your peace. It might be about saying yes to this event or saying yes to your peace at home, right? So start weighing the yes or the yes. Which one do you want? Do you want the peace or do you want to go to the event? Sometimes the event is worth your peace. Sometimes it is, absolutely. But not every event is worth your peace in the same way that it was before having children. Saying yes to that event after having children might cost you the time that you could have spent snuggling before bed with your baby, or being present with your partner and really communicating about your marriage, or just simply rest and refueling. You need to start treating your time as valuable. Think about it. Ultra wealthy people don't make themselves available for everyone. Billionaires protect their time like it's gold. You know why? Because it is. You are that billionaire. Your time is just as valuable as that billionaire. We just give monetary value to those people and we rationalize, oh, yeah, their time is really worth it. You within your own household are equally as valuable. I truly believe this. You are just as valuable, if not more, because you are providing that safe, secure place for your kids to be vulnerable and open with you. Your time is absolutely as valuable as the tech gurus in Silicon Valley or whoever it is. If a situation doesn't add value to your life, if it isn't fun, if it adds stress, you don't have time for that. FOMO disappears when you realize that what you're missing out on is actually less valuable than what you're choosing. So, at least for me, when I think about the earliest memories of FOMO, it was in high school or college, right? FOMO hit the hardest when your friends were out and you were stuck at home. You believed what they were doing was more fun, more exciting. But let's say your friends were out and instead of being home by yourself, you were actually out with a different group of friends at the beach or at a concert. You, in that moment, don't feel FOMO about not being with your friends because you're doing something that you perceive as more fun and more valuable. Now, maybe we're not getting FOMO about the same things as before, but let's say your friend invites you to an event and you feel that tinge of FOMO, but you also know that it will stress you out. Here's what you need to do. You need to tap into your billionaire self. You need to remember that your time is valuable, especially to your children. Your time is limited and your peace is priceless. So choose accordingly. Setting those boundaries will teach people that you respect your own time, that your time is valuable, and it will teach people how to love and support you. You will train the people around you to treat you in the way that you need to be treated at that certain time, right? When you do say yes, when you do show up, you're able to show up as that full version of yourself. They'll know that it's intentional. They'll know that it is meaningful because you have said yes with intention. Remember that you don't have to respond to every single text message right away. You don't have to engage with every single person that you did before. You don't have to perform or feel overly friendly when you don't feel like it. Being quiet is setting a boundary. Rest is productive. Silence is sacred. Saying no is sacred. You are allowed to just be and say no without having to explain, defend, or overexert yourself with other people. Your kids are watching how you set boundaries and how you honor them. So when you set boundaries and you honor them, you are modeling emotional regulation and self-respect. You are not just protecting yourself, but you're teaching your children how to protect themselves. So one day when they start feeling FOMO, they know that they can value their own time in whatever way they think they need to. All right, mamas, we are done with FOMO. We're done with overcommitting. We're done with apologizing for having our personal needs and needing time to take care of ourselves. We are stepping into our power with boundaries that protect our joy and protect our peace. Because when you stop saying yes to everything, you start saying yes to a peaceful, more fulfilled future for you. You are not missing out. You are prioritizing your time like a billionaire and you are rising up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you for being here with me today. Just remember, you are still that girl.